Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with my beloved Beauty Monthly for the month of December. Normally I record these episodes at the beginning of the month, but the days got away from me and I thought, wow, I think I'll just do a special Christmas edition of my Beloved Beauty Monthly. So in case you've not been here before, Beloved Beauty Monthly is an opportunity for us to talk about what we did on the channel in the previous month and what we plan to do in the next month. So because I missed most of December, we're going to do a recap of November and December, and then we're going to talk about January. But before I do that, I wanted to thank you guys. I'm kind of calling this my year-end review kind of video combined with Beloved Beauty Monthly, and talk to you about how we are where we are. So, and to give you a sincere, heartfelt thank you for your support on the channel in the month of 2024, as well as previous years. Many of you have been following me for some time, and I really appreciate it. And I would not be where I am without you. The fact that you like, comment, subscribe, engage, you make the projects, and all of those things is what makes all of this possible. So this is the first time I've shared my stats with you, but I'm going to share it with you because it is like double what it was in 2023. So let me share that. So in YouTube analytics, it will give you, they also send you an email, which I apparently deleted, which gives you all of the highlights for your year. But I was able to look it up in my analytics. So in 2024, we had 90.6 thousand views on the videos. It's like, oh my gosh, who would have thought? And that, again, that is nearly double from last year. Absolutely incredible. We had 14.1 thousand watch hours, which is amazing because to get monetized, you have to have 1,000 subscribers, and then you have to have 4,000 watch hours in a 365 moving calendar year. So to have 14.1 thousand is absolutely beyond everything that I could have imagined, to be honest with you. I'm not going to get into, again, why I started the channel and all of that, but this is absolutely phenomenal, and I couldn't be happier. We also had 1.8 thousand subscribers. That is also up 3,000 subscribers from last year, which is amazing. And that's taking into account you'll have subscribers and then you'll have subscribers leave. And that's just the normal flow of YouTube, which is perfectly normal and not alarming in the least. So that's pretty cool. And then I had 700, and I mean, this is peanuts to some people, you know, the bigger YouTubers. But I had $780 in revenue in 2024. So pretty darn incredible. And again, it would not have happened without you. And what I love most about our community is I love that I notice that when people comment, a lot of times people will make comments and other people will like their comments or comment to their comments. So I think that's really amazing, and it is in line with my heart for the channel, which is to build a community of women, primarily, obviously, of women who are here to encourage one another, to uplift one another, to pray for one another, and to just be part of a community together with me. So that brings me a lot of joy and satisfaction. So it fills my bucket, as we say in school. Are you filling my bucket, or are you dipping into my bucket? So you guys are definitely filling my bucket. So let's talk about November. So, and this again is a special Christmas edition. So we're going to talk about the Christmas project I did for my Sunday's Art of Truth, which will air on the last Sunday of the month. Today is Saturday, December the 21st. So I'm a little bit ahead of the game, kind of. It's all in perspective, right? So I will be talking about that project. I will be showing it to you as a sneak peek, and I'll also be talking a little bit about the inspiration as well. So in November, I was going to just keep this on my screen and read it, but then I thought my eyes will go all off somewhere else and I'll look like a kook. So if I don't already. So in November, we did How to Mix Mediatize Your Journal Pages, episode 1. That was fantastic. I don't remember what that one was exactly, but you guys can check out the video. But it's a really fun series that I think people are really enjoying, which is just this idea of bringing in mixed media kinds of techniques, whether they're more textural or bringing in different elements like vellum or collage or stenciling or anything. They're not necessarily three-dimensional kinds of mixed media ideas, but just ways to kind of jazz up your journal pages. So give them a little bit of extra pump. We did a wraparound pocket page. We did Mixed Media 101 where we used tea bag paper in 3 different ways. We did floating magnets, which was this idea where I took 2 images and they each had 2 pieces of paper, so they were glued together with a magnet inside each piece, and then you put them on your journal page. So one is on one side of the journal page and one is on the other, and they are actually quite strong. I was really, really impressed. So that was fun. We did multi-pocket flip signature page. That was also, I don't remember what episode that was in the Page Ideas series, but that was a lot of fun as well. Pretty elaborate project. It was super fun. I did a Nutcracker collaboration with a Wild Rose Bohemian and Petals and Parchment, I believe. That's Elizabeth over there and Rose from Wild Rose Bohemian, and I did a 6 envelope journal topper, and that was super fun. As I said in that video, I'm not familiar with the Nutcracker. It's not something that I've ever really been exposed to or had interest in, but I think I definitely want to watch some variation of it during this holiday season. So that was super fun. It's always fun to do collaborations. You get to meet new people, and as you watch other videos, you learn techniques that you might not have thought of before, which is lovely because we get to share our inspiration through the community, which is making the world a better place, right? So I also did a corner tuck with flip up writing space. We did a How to Mix Mediatize Your Journal Pages, episode 2. And again, I don't remember. I did not make a note of what we did in those videos, but you guys can check it out. We started the Nostalgic Christmas Flip-Flop Journals, episode 1 in November. Actually, we did, we just did episode 1 in November, and that was the basic construction. I didn't do it like a typical flip-flop. I didn't use envelopes. I just used legal size paper and I glued it together and folded it that way. We did Scrappy Layered Pockets, Quad Waterfall Pockets, which was a project inspired by Angela Kerr. And it's not like a waterfall like it flips up or flips sideways. It's actually pockets. So they're waterfall pockets. And that was a really neat video. But I encourage, as I always do when I share an inspired video, I encourage my viewers to go back and watch the original creator that I saw it on. So, and then we did Stamping on Acetate. I've been wanting to do that forever, and that was really fun. We made some stuff for the boho journal. I do still need to come back and show you how I'm going to use those in the boho journal. So I'll make a point of doing that, or at the very least pointing it out. And when I do the flip through. So I'm a little bit in a hurry because 5 grandkids are coming over here in about 20 minutes. And I wanted to get this video done because it's going to be a couple of busy days here. So, and then in December, we did a full vellum spread. That was inspired by Amanda over at Scrimping Mommy. And that was a super fun video. It was a full policy closure envelope, vertical. So really, really fun project. Loved that. I love Amanda. She is a hoot. If you have not followed her, go check her out because she is amazing. We also did, I did a collaboration with Mandy Reed from Sunflowers Indoors and Julie from Julie's Paper Craft. And I did a mini file folder journal using the 12 days of Christmas. My day was the 6th, which was 6 geese a laying. I ended up using all of the days, all the 12 days of Christmas in the mini journal, and that was super fun. Again, always fun to collaborate with other creators and share inspiration. So we did a removable corner tuck, which was also inspired by Amanda at Scrimping Mommy. I did a little bit different variation in that I made the pocket part of it, the triangle part of it, detachable from the journal page so that you could remove the entire, because part of the pocket's glued to the flip writing space. And so when it's Velcroed on, you can actually remove it from the journal, take it out, write in it. I think it's a lot more useful. Not that hers wasn't, but just made it a little bit more possible to write on it, I believe. And so we also did nostalgic. Oh, we must have done part 1 and 2 in November. I must have missed that one of those. My apologies. Because now I'm at 3. So we did the nostalgic Christmas flip-flop journal number 3, which was where we did the stuffed paper clips, which is not a new project for me. It's just a remake of something I did before. Originally learned that on Sabrina Taylor's channel. So we did seamless center spread with an extension piece using legal size paper. Again, in that video I didn't show you necessarily, but I did share how you could, if you don't have legal size paper, you could actually, overlap your standard letter size paper and make your own extension. I just happened to have the 65-pound legal paper, so I used that. We did tag envelope flips. Very, very popular project. It had a ton of views, and it's also one I did either a year or 2 ago, but I did, when I revisit things like that, I like to change it up a little bit and put a different spin on it, which I did in that video as well. Nostalgic Christmas flip-flop journal number 4, which was the most recent one. That was adding the signatures. That was so hard because it takes 3 signatures on one side, 2 signatures on the other side, and then when you're stitching the signatures in, you're flipping everything over and over. And so I was like trying to clip it, and I actually sewed one of the flaps into the signature, so I had to redo the signatures. But as I say, I try to laugh about it. I try to now. That being said, full disclosure, I get very frustrated in the studio. I get very frustrated, which doing videos really helps me to calm myself, to recenter myself, to get a different perspective when I am feeling frustrated, because I want to bring you the content and the principles that I try to live by. And so I did take a lot of breaths, and I figured it out. Part of my problem too was I had needles that had too small of an eye, and I could not thread them to save my life. I gave it to my husband, and he's like, "Oh, boom, went right in." It's like, you've got to be kidding me. So that was a very challenging project. But again, part of the lesson is pushing through, even when things are not working out the way that you hoped they would, or they're not as easy as you thought they would be, to just persevere and enjoy the product on the other side is the most important lesson, in my opinion. We did a full double page waterfall that just posted yesterday, Friday the 20th. That was an epic project. I absolutely loved it. We did, it's a page idea series episode where this is the center of your page. And so these are your 2 pages. And I did vertical waterfalls. So really fun, very, very useful, because they don't get bulky because there's no pockets. You're not putting things in it. You just have writing space, which is really, really fun. Today, a video just went up. That was my beautiful Happy Mail share. Sharon Kinsley, she is from Spain, and she reached out to me a while ago and asked if she could send me some authentic ephemera from various countries. So she included French, Greek, Spanish, I believe. I can't remember all of them. There were 4 different kinds. And that, I tell you guys, that was such an incredible blessing to receive such a generous gift from a subscriber, which again is not the first time that's happened. It humbles me amazing. It's just an amazingly humbling experience, because I believe that, and I say this a lot, I believe that what we put out into the world is what comes back to us. And so it's really nice to be able to share in that exchange in the community where, people are, I am, and other people are making heartfelt choices to bless and honor other people. And I think that that's a really an admirable thing. Before I forget, though, I did want to mention, I did send out all the pen sets. So there were 3 winners. And so I know some of you have received them. So I hope that you have hours and hours of fun and experimenting with the pens, the various pens that I sent, that I used in our mixed, one of our very first mixed media ties, how to mixed media ties your journal pages videos. So coming up yet, I have making our Junk Journal January 2025 journal. So that will be posting next week, probably after Christmas, but before the new year. I'm going to do the same kind of flip-flop journal where I'm going to, or accordion style, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I felt really overwhelmed by the way I did last year's, and even though I did not pick up and complete Junk Journal July, I still have that journal. It's not like it's a waste, but I'm going to start fresh with Junk Journal January. I did put a post up on my community tab, and I had a lot of positive feedback about people wanting to watch that process with me. I haven't figured out how I'm going to fit that in to my schedule, if I'm going to try to combine 2 to 3 prompts in a video and do some off camera. I don't know, because it's 31 days of prompts. So it's a lot to break out in a month when I have other regular videos that I need to do. So I'll figure it out, and I'll let you know what I'm going to do. Probably I'll let you know that in the video when we make the journal. And then the last video of the month will be the Sunday's Art of Truth. And we'll come back to that again in a second. So I wanted to just provide a little bit of feedback about how I feel about the channel in 2024. It was a good couple of months, especially October and November were really good. I like doing 3 videos a week. I generally do them Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, excuse me. Sometimes I'll pop another one in there if I'm just excessively creative, or I have something special like a Happy Mail share or Sunday's Art of Truth or something of that nature. So we did 12 videos in both November and December. And so in January, I've just started my winter break. Yesterday was the last day of school, so we have 16 days off. Yes. So I'll be working on completing some journals. I have 4 journals right now in the works, which is the most I've ever had uncompleted at any given time. So I'm going to be finishing priority-wise the Romance in Paris journal, the Boho journal, and the Beach journal. And then I will focus, the 4th journal will be the Christmas Grungy journal that I'm working on. So, but I do hope to finish those. The Boho journal will be the 6,000 subscriber giveaway. We are about 230 subscribers away from that. So it'll probably still be a couple of months at least, but it'll be ready. It'll be done. It'll be on the channel so people can see it, because I'll do a flip through of it, but that's the plan. So we will, as I mentioned, we'll be beginning Junk Journal 2025. We'll talk about the details of that in a future video in terms of how I'm going to navigate those prompts. But I want to really, I really want to spread my wings and have a little bit more play that is, some of the stuff that I do is very productive, right? Because I do videos and I make several of everything because I'm working on journals, and my creative time behind the camera is my creative time. So I tend to try to get a lot done while I'm doing that, while I'm prepping for those videos. So it does take a lot of time. So I'm going to try to slow down a little bit and kind of shift into a different creative space for Junk Journal January. But I'm really looking forward to it. When we do the make the journal, I'm going to pull my baskets out. I added to them, but they are a lot of the same supplies that I had sorted out for Junk Journal July. So we'll be continuing these 2 series, How to Mix Mediatize Your Journal Pages and the Page Ideas series, ongoing. That's just going to be an ongoing series. And I am also really missing not doing Sunday's Art of Truth more. So I'm going to be returning and trying to do more of that. Mixed media is my passion. Like mixed media, when I enter into mixed media, I enter into a completely different head and heart space rather, and it taps into a different level of creativity for me that I don't bump into with paper crafting, and so I really need to return to that. I haven't done a Sunday's Art of Truth since July. I gave myself permission to not police myself in any way with my content. I want to be able to create freely, and I don't want to put a bunch of rules and regulations on myself or on anyone else. So but I am going to return to that. I also am a member of Sean Petit's Insider Club, which is a membership that I pay for every month. And I have had it for 2 years, and I have barely done anything in it. I barely watched any of it. So I'm going to be setting aside at least one evening a week, or maybe more, to go back to the beginning and learn some new techniques. When I did this last project, I found that I used the same techniques over and over and over and over again. And while that's not bad, it's not fresh. It's not new. It's not growing me. It's not stretching me. It's just not what I want for myself right now. So while I was thinking and processing through that, I decided that my word for the year could be exploration, which is, again, a concept that I've talked about before, just getting out of my box, getting out of my routines, getting out of my same old way of thinking, my same old way of creating. Now, I believe that what I create is beautiful, and I'm not disappointed in that, but there's more. There's more experience to be had, and I'm going to go after it. So exploration will be my word for the year. I want to try new things. And so lastly, before I share the project, is I've shared a little bit from time to time about my personal struggle with my health, my weight, my fitness, and my activity level. And so I have begun anew. I started about almost 6 weeks ago, and I'm down 12 pounds probably more now, because I don't weigh until Monday. I weigh every Monday. And so I was basically down 12 pounds in 5 weeks, which is very, very good. So I turned 60 in May. So pound sign 40 by 60 is my goal. I would like to lose 40 pounds by my 60th birthday. So that's my goal. And whether I actually make it or not, I will be in a better place than if I don't do it at all. So I'm struggling. The eating is going pretty good, but the activity is really hard. The weather's bad. I can't just get out and walk. Walking is my favorite activity if I'm going to get my body moving. So I'm trying to figure out how to do something that is sustainable here in my own home. So I'm working on it, but that's the story. But I know that other people struggle with this, and people have been encouraged by hearing my struggle. And so that's why I bring it up in every Beloved Beauty Monthly, because we are all, many of us are in the same boat. We are all women who, it's hard for us women. I don't know about you, but we have babies, our bodies never are the same, our hormones are never the same, nothing is ever the same. So I am focusing again, and that's okay. It's okay to fail and try again. So it's okay to erase the mistakes and try again. So now, that is it for that, but I want to share with you the project. So let me show it to you and then I will talk about it. So I created on a 12 by 12 MDF board. This is what the project looks like right there. I'm going to probably give this away. I am praying about it. I want to hear from my heart who needs this. So I've come to know many of you very, very well. And so, but I'm going to probably give it away. So I'm excited about that. So I chose this image because it's a Christmas in Paris digital kit. It's only these kinds of pages though. So it's not like tags and journal cards and all of that. But it's a beautiful, beautiful selection of these Christmas images with a Paris theme. And what I really loved about it, I'm holding up so you can see what I'm talking about. I loved the colors. I loved the warmth of the light in the windows. It was just I saw it on Etsy and I was like, wow, this just captured my heart. And so I decided I wanted to use it for my Sunday's Art of Truth. And so and I deliberately chose the images that didn't have any people in it. I really didn't know why until I started creating and writing the blog post. So I think the reason for that is because, it's kind of dual, because the quote that I used is, live for the moments you can't put into words. And sometimes our experiences and our moments are solitary. They don't involve other people. Sometimes those moments involve the ways that we take care of ourselves, the ways that we nurture ourselves, the way that we talk to ourselves, which, I talk to myself terrible. Like, it's embarrassing, to be honest. And I am working on it. It's a long pattern of decades and decades of trash talk, to be honest. So for me, part of living in my moments, living in the moments that you can't put into words is really about treasuring our moments. It's about this Christmas season. It's about appreciating the things around us. It is about embracing the people around us. It is about being fully present, putting our phones down, putting our tablets down, getting away from our computers, getting away from our television sets, getting away from things like my husband and I have been working on an Advent puzzle, and it's been really fun. We're very, very behind. We are not caught up. We've got work to do, but it's been really enjoyable. We've laughed a lot about it. And, we've got the 5 kids coming for a sleepover, which is an annual event. And I want to be present. I want to really enjoy them. I want to hear them. I want to laugh with them. I want to play games with them. And, but I also, in the blog post and in the video, I talk a little bit about how not all of our moments that we can't put into words are pleasant. Some of them are really difficult situations with our kids or our grandkids or our work situation or our marriages or our just all the things, right, that we come across, that we're confronted with in our lives. They're not all pleasant. Some of them are hard. Some of them are lonely. Some of them are debilitating, to be honest. Some of them stretch our faith in ways that we never thought possible. And we've had some of those in our life in the last year. And so those are the moments too that I want to live in. I want to learn from all of those experiences. I want to become a better person. I want to, again, not to be repetitive, but I'm being repetitive. There's this, it's a really elementary idea, and yet it's hard for many of us to do, which is to be present in the moment, to feel what we're feeling, to embrace what is around us, to enjoy the people around us. We're so stuck in our electronics. We're so stuck in our TV shows. We're so stuck in the studio doing beautiful things. Sometimes it's good to choose things that are outside of this room and outside of this creative place that I have. And so, but it got me thinking too about gratitude and about how I take for granted what I have. I take for granted the blessings that are around me, and came kind of face to face with the fact that not everybody has that. Not everybody experiences Christmas as a beautiful, family-oriented, warm experience. And so today, as I share this, I want to send out a Christmas blessing and love and hope for any of you that are in that place where the Christmas holiday is hard. We lost our mom a year and a half ago. Now, I'm not struggling with that. That's the honest truth. I'm not struggling with it because I didn't have a relationship with my mom for 30 years. I saw her once before she died. And so I don't have that connection, and I don't feel that sense of loss. My older sister does. And so it's all of those birthdays and holidays are hard for her. And so my view of Christmas and my experience of Christmas season is very different than hers. And I want to be sensitive to that. I want to be humble about that. I want to be humble about the things that I enjoy and the things that I have, and be conscientious of the fact that that is not everybody's world experience, their life experience. And so I want to send out just buckets and buckets and buckets of love to you guys, all of you, no matter who you are or where you are. I hope that in the season that you're able to enjoy what is in front of you, be present with what is in front of you, find the little things, find the little joys, and just know that from my studio, from my life, from my heart to yours, I wish you a Merry, Merry Christmas in however you celebrate that, in whatever part of the world you are in, that it is a time of refreshing, a time of hope, a time of grace, and a time of beauty for you. So that is it. I am sorry it's a little bit longer video than I normally do for my Beloved Beauty Monthly, but I wanted to come along and share that with you and send you oodles and gobs of blessings. So I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.